Hello my dear rockstar students, I hope you're all doing amazing. I'm Tabish Hassan, a chartered accountant, all India ranker, international speaker, passionate teacher, your friend, brother and guide. I teach costing for CA Inter as well as SCMP for CA Final. So many of our students were telling that it is taking a lot of time to revise SCMP. Now, we had already come up with a detailed revision of SCMP, but for all of you guys, there's a special news. We are coming up with a quick rocket revision of SCMP wherein we will revise the entire SCMP in just 3 hours. You heard it right. The entire SCMP, each and every point, each and every concept in just 3 hours. So now, important caveat for all of you guys. This video is not for the students who are listening to SCMP for the very first time. If you are a student who has not listened to SCMP, I would suggest stop the video, go to the regular class. If you are someone who has studied SCMP once but is lacking concepts, so wants to know more about the concept, go for a detailed revision. Our detailed revision videos are already available on YouTube. But for those people who have already watched the revision, who are already clear with the concept, but it's taking a lot of time for them to revise, this is going to act as a boon for you, as a savior for you on the last day before examination. Here, we'll revise the entire SCMP in just 3 hours, my dear students. So now, once you have studied a chapter of SCMP, you can revise that particular chapter in just 15 minutes. So you're going from your office back to home, or you're traveling, or you're having your food, you feel like you're missing out on some concept, you can just plug in and one chapter revision will be done, each and every point in just 15 minutes. Now the notes that we have used for this particular super fast revision is already available on our Telegram group, Think with Tabish. So you can go there in the search column, you will be getting the notes. We put a lot of efforts in this to make it possible, my dear students. You guys know how big a paper SCMP is, and to bring it down to less than 3 hours. It has taken a lot of efforts. So do watch the video, and if you have loved the efforts, like the video, comment, do share it with all your friends. Happy learning. So without any delay, let's begin. Let's start with the very first chapter, my dear students. The first chapter that we're going to start is going to be modern business environment. So modern business environment. We are telling, yes, what all changes have been there in the modern business? How should we run our business? Yes, the main shift is a change from a supplier's market to a buyer's market. Previously, it was supplier's market. Whatever supplier used to tell, that used to happen. But now, it is a buyer's market. So what all things we have to do? Firstly, we are having cost of quality. What is my cost of quality telling? Firstly, I am telling quality. Quality means 3 things, students. Quality means conformance to specification, ability to satisfy customers' expectation, as well as value for money. Yes, I should conform to the specification. I should be in a position to satisfy my customers' expectation as well as give value for money. Now I am telling what is cost of quality. We are telling quality is important for every business, but quality comes with a cost. Quality is not free. Quality comes with a cost. Either you have to pay the cost now, or you have to bear the cost later. So there are 2 components of cost of quality. Either you incur the cost now, that is either you incur cost of good quality, or you incur the cost later, that is either you incur cost of poor quality. Now what is cost of good quality? It is the cost incurred in order to produce good quality goods or services. I am incurring the cost so that I produce good quality goods or services. What is cost of poor quality? Yes, it is the cost incurred because I have produced poor quality goods or services. Because I have produced poor quality goods or services, I have to go for rectification, etc., etc. That is my cost of poor quality. Now, cost of good quality, cost of poor quality. Cost of good quality again can be bifurcated as prevention cost, appraisal cost. Yes, what am I telling in prevention cost? It is the cost incurred to prevent poor quality goods or services from getting produced. What am I doing, students? I am preventing. Yes. So generally these costs are incurred before the start of my production. Even before the production is starting, yes, I am incurring these costs. I am doing a, yes, preventive maintenance of my machinery. I am doing a evaluation of my supplier so that I can altogether prevent any poor quality goods or services from getting produced. Appraisal cost. What am I doing in appraisal cost? These costs are incurred to check if the goods or services produced is of good quality or not. Generally, these are incurred once the production has started and before the production ends. Now, internal failure cost. Cost of good quality incurred to produce good quality goods or services. Cost of poor quality, it's a cost incurred because we produce poor quality goods or services. Internal failure cost, the term itself is telling, yes, defects have been produced, but before they are delivered to customer, I'm incurring the cost. External failure cost, defects have been produced, and after they are delivered to customer, I'm incurring the cost. So cost associated with defects which are found before the goods are delivered to customer. Yes, this is after the goods are delivered to customer. Is it clear, everyone? These are the four components of cost of quality: prevention cost, appraisal cost, internal failure cost, external failure cost. Now, what is the relationship between your cost of good quality and cost of poor quality? There is an inverse relationship. If you have incurred more cost for cost of good quality, cost of poor quality automatically reduces. If you have incurred very less cost for cost of good quality, cost of poor quality automatically becomes more. Now, what is my optimal cost of quality? From a practical perspective, we are telling go for that level wherein your combined cost of quality, that is the total of the four costs, prevention, appraisal, internal failure, external failure, combined of the four costs is minimum. That is my optimal level of cost of quality. Now, how do we take a decision? Yes, which option to go for? Yes, from a financial perspective, always go for your optimal COQ because there your total cost of quality is minimum. However, from a non-financial perspective, you can also go for that alternative wherein your cost of poor quality is lowest. Why, my dear students? Because if my cost of poor quality is lowest, what happens? My customer will be happy. Yes or no? No defects are going to customer. So customer is happy. Customer satisfaction has increased. That means my brand image will increase. That means in the long term, my sale will also increase. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Then I'm having PAF model, PAF, which is also called as prevention appraisal failure model. Yes. Now we are telling how do we analyze, where should we work on? So firstly, we are telling, yes, gather information about number of failures. We are given an example. Yes, Maruti, 1 month. Yes, gather information about number of failures. Okay, 1 month, 20 failures are there. Now, apply assumptions and quantify the data. Yes, get a numerical value telling how much is the total rupee loss. Okay, we've done that. Then chart the data into 4 elements and study it. Yes, bifurcate it into 4 elements: prevention, appraisal, internal failure, external failure. Okay, I've done that. Now, allocate resources to combat your weak points. I've realized I've not done prevention cost. So I will allocate resources to combat weak points. Now do it on a regular basis. Continuously keep doing this. Is it clear? And then what all are the measures in order to reduce non-conformance cost, non-conformance or your cost of poor quality? I want to reduce. What all can be done? Either we can go for TQM or we can go for TPM. Is it clear, everyone? So this was the concept of cost of quality. Now let's move to the second concept, which is total quality management. What did cost of quality tell? It was a practical concept. It was telling, yes, goods or services should be defect free before they reach customer. Because once they've reached customer, yes, we'll be incurring too much of, yes, a reputation loss. Yes, what is TQM telling? Total quality management. It is telling goods or services should be defect free. Goods or services should be of perfect quality the very first time they are produced. Now, what is the meaning of TQM? Yes, the term itself is telling total quality management. Firstly, management. It is a management philosophy. Okay, what is this management philosophy telling? Yes, Q, quality, which is aimed at quality, which is aimed at improving the quality of goods or services. Now, how do we improve the quality? Yes, total, by involving everyone and by involving every operation of the organization. Now, look at the students. It's a management philosophy which is aimed at improving the quality of goods or services. How? By involving all employees and through continual improvement of internal practices as well as processes. There is a definition by CIMA as well. They're telling TQM is an integrated comprehensive system of PCBF, planning and controlling all business functions so that goods or services are produced which meet or exceed my customer's expectation. Now, few points we are having in TQM. Firstly, we are having the 6 C's of TQM. They have given you a song for you guys to remember. Yes or no, students? Yes, 6 C's of TQM. What we are told? Commitment, culture में हो तो continuous improvement हो, cooperation or customer focus हो तो control हो. Yes or no? 6 C's of TQM. We have given you a song. Yes, I hope you guys remember it. Commitment is needed from the top management in order for success of TQM. Culture, we should be creating a culture which is focused on quality. For that, training is important. Continuous improvement. We have told TQM is a process, not a one-time program. Continuously, we should try to keep improving ourselves. Cooperation from employees is needed. Their on-the-job training is required. Total employee involvement is necessary for us for success of TQM. Again, customer focus. Whatever we are doing, we'll be keeping in mind what my customer wants. Customer could be either internal customer or else my external customer. Finally, control. Whatever we are doing, we should be having documentation as well as control mechanisms. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. The next point that we are having is Deming's 14 points for TQM. Deming is telling 14 points you should be doing so that your TQM will be implemented successfully. So what are these 14 points? We have bifurcated it down. Yes, for simplicity's sake, all 14 points need not be remembered. However, 7 to 8 you should be knowing. Okay, it's very simple. We'll try remembering all 14. Now, we have bifurcated 14 points telling in case of raw material, 2 points are there. In case of labor, 5 points are there. And in case of management, 7 points are there. Now, raw material I'm buying. How should I buy raw material? Firstly, cease dependence on inspection. Buy perfect raw material so that there is no need for inspection only. Next, one item, one supplier. For one item, there should be one supplier. Okay. Next, labor as well as management. To remember the points, we've given you a small mnemonic, yes or no. I've told Tabish loves football, TLFB. However, the sad part is Tabish loves football, but the sad part is, yes, temporarily, yes, we had to say rest in peace to football. Yes or no? Because we are doing CA. We have to say rest in peace to so many things. Now, Tabish, T stands for training. Yes, give on-the-job training, leadership, institute leadership amongst your employees. Fear, drive out fear amongst your employees so that they can give you suggestions. Barriers, break down the barriers between the departments. Slogans, eliminate your slogans. We have explained everything. This is just a quick revision, my dear students. Next, management, transformation. Transformation is everyone's job. E for education, institute education and leadership. Yes, M stands for management by objective. Eliminate your management by objective. P stands for philosophy. Adopt the new philosophy. Yes, R stands for remove the barriers. Remove the barriers to pride of workmanship. Yes, I stands for improve. Improve constantly and forever. And P stands for purpose. Have a constancy of purpose. Yes, all these are explained. Here the objective is just to give you a quick revision. Yes, once you've read, once you've understood, yes, try to revise. Close your eyes and revise all the points with the students. Now, miscellaneous areas, we are having PDCA cycle or Deming wheel. Yes, 4 things. PDCA, first plan. Based on that you do, based on that you check if you have achieved or not. Yes, if you have not achieved, act, take corrective actions. Criticisms of TQM, they have told excess focus on documentation we are doing. Again, we are focusing on quality assurance, not on quality improvement. Yes, we are having an internal focus as against customer orientation. Again, TQM is focusing on standardization, so it will not be suitable for service industries. Next, different ways in which we can be making investment in TQM. You can fine-tune. You can fine-tune your product mix or else your process. You can empower your employees. And you have to improve your top management commitment to quality. This was our TQM, my dear students. Next, we have concept 3, which is business excellence model. Business excellence models have derived from TQM. TQM told that goods should be defect-free the very first time they're produced. That is, my customer should be happy. Business excellence is telling, yes, in my business, customer is not my only stakeholder. Not just customer should be happy, all stakeholders should be happy. And business should be run in such a way that we should achieve excellence in everything we are doing and all our stakeholders should be happy. This is my business excellence model. Now, what is business excellence? Yes, it is a philosophy. What are we telling? We have to develop a management system and processes. Why? So that we can improve our performance, okay, create value to all stakeholders and achieve excellence in everything that the organization is doing. Okay, now few different business excellence models which are used worldwide. Firstly, yes, we have given you a mnemonic JAPSE. J stands for Japan Quality Award Model. Yes, A stands for Australian Business Excellence Framework. B stands for Baldrige Criteria. S stands for Singapore Business Excellence Framework. And E stands for your EFQM Excellence Model. Now, EFQM Excellence Model, very important from your examination perspective. Firstly, the structure of EFQM model. Yes, EFQM model is divided into 3 modules. It is like, in order to achieve excellence, 3 questions I should be asking. Firstly, why am I doing it? That gives me the direction. Yes, then how will I do it? That is the real execution part. And finally, what will I get by doing it? That is my results part. Now, firstly, why am I doing it? Yes, the direction. Yes, we have given you an example, a car manufacturing company. First, we should see what is the purpose why the organization is established. Okay, once I've seen my purpose, based on that, yes, see what is the organizational culture as well as leadership. Two things, purpose as well as leadership. Yes, next, how am I going to achieve excellence? That is my execution. First, engage all your stakeholders, know what they want. Okay, based on that, drive transformation. Okay, based on that, create a sustainable value. Okay, I've done this. Once I've done this, what will I get? Ultimately, results. Yes, firstly, my strategic and operational performance will improve. Point number one. Secondly, my stakeholder perception will change. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, again, we had given you a very interesting song to remember EFQM model. I hope you guys remember it. Yes or no? Yes. So now, radar, a diagnostic tool. Yes, here we are going from the last. Yes, coming back. Telling, okay, what is the result that we want to achieve? Okay. If you want to achieve this result, what is the approach that we have to follow? Say, for example, I want to clear CA final. So what is the approach? Yes, 3 times revision, conceptual study, 3 mocks. Okay, approach. Now deploy. Now actually do that. Yes, actually study, actually give your mock test. Okay, deploy. And then if any changes are needed, you feel any changes are needed, yes, or you're not achieving your plan, assess and refine. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Uses of EFQM. Again, we are giving you a simple mnemonic. Halt, macha, halt. Yes, sorry, HALT, halt. Yes, if you work on brand image, you will be getting popularity. H stands for holistic view. A stands for agility, preparedness for change. L gives a long-term vision. A, transformation. B, brand image as well as popularity. Now, we are having Baldrige criteria. Yes, 7 categories. 7 categories. Yes, firstly, we are telling, yes, in order to achieve excellence, leadership is needed. What a leader will do, he will come up with a strategy. Why he will come up with a strategy? In order to achieve the results. Leadership, strategy, results. Okay. While he is coming up with a strategy, yes, 2 things he should keep in mind and 2 things he should change. What are the 2 things he should keep in mind? He should measure, analyze, and knowledge management. Right now, how much knowledge we are having and what my customers want. 2 things he should keep in mind. Right now, how much knowledge I'm having? Yes, what my customers want. And based on that, 2 things I should change. I should bring a change in my operations and I should bring a change in my workforce. Ultimately, I'll be getting my results. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, with this, we've finished concept number 3, which is business excellence model. Next, we have concept number 4, which is theory of constraints, or else my throughput accounting. Now, it is telling how do we exploit our bottleneck. So, firstly, what is bottleneck? In very simple terms, it is a limiting factor amongst my limiting factors. So many limiting factors are there. In that, which is the limiting factor, which is in most scarcity, that is my bottleneck. Okay. Now, this principle was propounded by Goldratt and Cox. They are telling you should be going for optimized production technology. Don't go for maximum production. Go for optimized production. Yes. So, what is it telling? How do we use it? Yes. Firstly, how do we solve a question? How do we maximize our profit using theory of constraints? Yes. Firstly, we are telling calculate your throughput contribution per unit. Contribution per unit is nothing but your selling price minus variable cost. However, your variable cost do not include directly. Okay, I've done that. Next, what should I do? Yes, you've got your contribution per unit. I should be getting your contribution per bottleneck resources because I'm having a limiting factor. Yes or no? My bottleneck resource is a limiting factor. Generally, my bottleneck resource will be time, which will be given in terms of minutes. So generally, I'll be calculating throughput contribution per minute. It is my throughput contribution per unit divided by minutes per unit. Okay, once I've got my throughput contribution per unit, I've got that for 1 minute, how much contribution I'm getting. Now, I've not recovered all my cost. I'm incurring my fixed cost as well. So I've got for 1 minute, 3 rupees contribution I'm getting. I should see for 1 minute how much factory cost I'm incurring as well. So I'll be calculating my factory cost per bottleneck resource, which is my total factory cost divided by total bottleneck resource. Yes or no? So I'll be getting for 1 minute, what is my factory cost? Say, for example, for 1 minute, my contribution is 3 rupees. For 1 minute, my factory cost is 2 rupees. Now I'll be calculating my throughput accounting ratio, TA ratio, which is my return per minute divided by cost per minute. For 1 minute, I'm getting 3 rupees. For 1 minute, I have to pay 2 rupees. That means I'm getting 1.5 times of my factory cost. Is return per minute divided by factory cost per minute. If your TA ratio is more than 1, that means that product is profitable for us. Is it clear? It is recovering all my cost. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Now, Goldratt is telling, yes, how do we improve our performance? 5 steps he is telling. 5 steps to improve our performance and elevate the performance of our bottleneck. That's what we should do. First, identify the bottleneck. Say, for example, machining is a bottleneck. Identify the bottleneck. Okay. Next, exploit the bottleneck. Yes, try getting maximum from your bottleneck. Okay. Third, subordinate and synchronize everything else to your bottleneck. Suppose you are having material, labor. Yes, do not use this 100%. Use it based on how much you can utilize your bottleneck. Say, for example, bottleneck you can utilize only up to 5,000 units. This also you should be working only up to 5,000 units. Okay, 3 things are over. Then what we should do? Try to elevate the performance of your bottleneck. This is one. Yes, machining is something which is holding you back. Elevate the performance of your bottleneck and then repeat the process. Is it clear? 5-step process. Next, miscellaneous areas. Yes, measures of TOC. Yes, it is telling throughput is the rate of incoming money. It should be increased. Operating expense. It is the money which is leaving the system, which should be decreased. And investment. It is the money which is blocked in the system. It should be minimum. With this, we finish the concept of TOC. Next, we are having one of the most beautiful concepts, supply chain management. Firstly, what is supply chain? Yes, all activities associated with the flow and transformation of goods. From where? From my source supplier, that is from my raw material, to my end customer, that is for my finished goods stage, is called as supply chain. That is all activities concerned with the flow and transformation. Movement of goods, transformation of goods. From my supplier to my end customer, that complete chain is called as supply chain. Yes, now, 2 things are there in supply chain. Firstly, activities with my supplier, which is called upstream supply chain management. Yes, transactions with my customer, which is called as downstream supply chain management. Now we are having supply chain management steps or processes. Suppose I have to manufacture calculator. First, what will I do? I will make a plan telling for next month how many calculators I should manufacture. Okay, plan. Based on the plan, what should I do? I should procure my raw materials. Okay, I've done that. Based on that, what I should do? I should manufacture the calculators. Based on that, what I should do? I should deliver the calculators. And if any issues are there, I should be giving service. So plan, procure, make, deliver, as well as service. Now, types of supply chain, 2 different types are there. First is push model. You're anticipating next month how many calculators will be needed. Based on that, you're producing and you're selling. Goods are produced based on my anticipated demand. Or else pull model. You're pulling the demand from the customers. You're asking customers how much you want. Based on how much they tell, I'm producing and giving it to them. Goods are produced based on the actual demand. Is it clear? Now we have told supply chain management. Ultimately, 2 things are there. One is upstream supply chain management. One is downstream supply chain management. Upstream, yes, managing all transactions with my supplier. Downstream, managing all transactions with my customer. Now, upstream supply chain management, 2 things are there, students. Firstly, yes, I should be maintaining a good relationship with my supplier. Once I've maintained a good relationship, use information technology to automate the process of upstream. Yes, maintain a good relationship so that you can get best quality goods, on-time delivery, and the best price. Now, use of information technology, what all you can do? You can be using 3 things. One is e-sourcing. Yes, online selection of my supplier. Next, e-purchasing, online placement of order. And e-payment, online payment for the transaction which is made. 3 things, e-sourcing, select the supplier, e-purchasing, place an order, e-payment, make the payment. This is your upstream supply chain management. Now we are having downstream supply chain management. Yes, managing all transactions with my customer. Here, multiple things are there. Firstly, I'm telling I should be getting my customers. Yes, from where all I can be getting my customers. How all I can be getting my customers. I'm telling 2 ways. Relationship marketing, which is also called a 6 market model. Next, brand strategy. Now, what is a relationship marketing telling? From where all I will be getting customers. So where all I should be maintaining a good relationship. 6 places. You have a mnemonic, Siri at cheap rate. I've got Siri at cheap rate. S stands for supplier market. I stands for influence market. R stands for referral market. I stands for my internal market. C stands for my customer market. And R stands for my recruiters market. In all these 6 places, I should be maintaining a good relationship because it will help me in my downstream supply chain management. Next, in order to get customers, we're telling you should be having a proper brand strategy. Yes, what is a brand strategy? You should be having a distinctive identity in the eyes of customers, which is different from all your competitors. If you go to Domino's, a specific color, red color, yes, usage of specific color, the way the board is maintained, the uniform that they're wearing, the flooring that they've done, everywhere, anywhere you go throughout the world, the moment you enter, you will understand, okay, this is Domino's. So having a distinctive identity in the eyes of customer. It could be usage of logo, specific color, or any other means that makes the product distinctively visible amongst others. Okay, now through these 2 means, I've got my customer. What should I do? Now that I've got my customer, maintain a good relationship with him, and use information technology to automate the process. Usage of information technology, once you've got the customer, use information technology to automate and improve the downstream supply chain management. Now, customer relationship management. How do we maintain a good relationship? Okay, I've got my customer. How do I maintain a good relationship? Yes, which all customers I should be retaining? Yes, 4 things we have to be doing. Firstly, analyze your customer and their behavior. Suppose we are HDFC Bank. All customers we analyze their behavior. Yes, high turnover, high time, high loan taking, high credit, okay, high deposit. Yes, we bifurcate. Yes, based on that, we try to get customer account profitability. Every customer, how much profit he is giving yearly, I will see. Yes, how do I see? I will see what is the revenue from the customer, what is the cost of that customer for that year. Based on that, I'll be getting the profit for the customer. While I'm getting the cost, I should be using activity-based costing so that correctly I'll be distributing my cost. Okay. Yes. Calculation of profit at customer level. Yes. Once I've got my profit, yes, it may be possible that one customer in the current year he is not profit making. However, in the long term he may be profit making. Yes or no? So what you should do, don't directly jump into a conclusion. See customer's lifetime value. In the lifetime, how much profit he is giving. Take the present value of that. Okay. So customer account profitability, it is profit of the current year at customer level. Yes, once you have calculated profit, you can bifurcate your customers into 4 classifications. PNG India Limited, platinum, gold, iron, as well as lead. Platinum and gold are most desirable. Iron is okayish, lead is not desirable. Customer lifetime value, every year you calculate the profit, you bring the NPV, yes, of the net profit from customer's lifetime. Okay. Based on that, you've got to know, okay, which customer is profitable, which customer is adding value to me throughout the lifetime. Now, based on that, yes, acquire the customer, select the customer. Yes or no? First, you should be selecting the customer. First, it is customer selection. I've selected, okay, this customer I should get. Yes, based on that, acquire the customer, give him initial offers. Then retain the customer by giving good quality goods or services. Then extension. Yes, you try to get more and more from that customer by ways of resell, cross-sell, as well as upsell. Again, a reminder, this is just a quick revision. Concepts are not explained. We are just revising everything in the least possible time. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, now we are having final miscellaneous areas. Yes, where first topic is service level agreement. Throughout our supply chain, whatever services we want, we should be entering into an agreement between the customer as well as service provider. Again, in that service level agreement that we are entering, rewards and penalties should be specified. Okay. Again, we are having something called as SLA threshold. What is the SLA threshold? It is the activity response time. Within how much time we should respond to the service that was specified. It is the activity response time specified in service level agreement. Say, for example, a very simple example. Suppose I'm having a SL threshold of 90/20 in case of a BPO. What does it mean? 90/20. BPO, we are supposed to pick the calls and respond and give them information. So it means that 90/20 means that 90% of times we should respond to customer's call within 20 seconds. Is it clear, everyone? Now, we are having some miscellaneous points. Benefits of supply chain management. Inventory will get reduced. Employee will get reduced. Productivity will be improved. Quality will get improved. All of those is there. Now, supply chain management steps in e-commerce. In case of e-commerce, supply chain forms the backbone. Very important. Okay, now same set of steps. Plan will be based on customer's order. Based on that, I will produce. Yes, based on that, based on my plan, I will procure my raw materials. Yes, based on that, I will produce. Based on that, I will deliver, which is my logistics. And finally, I'll be giving service. Finally, we are having key processes as per GSCF, Global Supply Chain Forum Framework. Again, whatever the 8 points are there, I've bifurcated telling supplier, what should I do with my supplier, what I should be doing as a company, what I should be doing with my customer. Yes, firstly, with my supplier, maintain a good relationship, so that you will be getting proper quality raw materials. Okay, once you've got the raw material, what you should do? Product development and commercialization. Come up with a new product. Okay, you've come up with a new product. Manufacturing flow management. Ensure that the manufacturing is in a proper flow. Now what we have to do while we are giving it to customer? Firstly, customer relationship management, so that you get the order from the customer. Once you have maintained a good relationship, you will be getting order. Yes, sir. So demand management. Yes. Now, once you've got the demand from the customer, order fulfillment, fulfill the order. If customer is not satisfied, have a returns management as well as customer service management. Overall, customer should be happy with the service we are giving. Is it clear, everyone? This was the mammoth concept of supply chain management. Now we are having one final concept, my dear students, in this chapter, which is gain sharing agreement and outsourcing. Yes, what is gain sharing arrangement? Yes, it is an agreement between my supplier as well as customer. Okay, what is supplier doing? Supplier is providing goods or services. However, without any guarantee of receiving payment. Okay, then why is supplier giving? Instead, the payment will be made based on how much benefit customer is getting based on the result of the contract. Say for example, yes, there is a website provider. He is building a website for me. He is telling, sir, you don't pay me anything now. Then he is telling, once you start getting students, based on students' revenue, give me 5%. Gain sharing arrangement. Now it is going to be a risky stance for the supplier, yes or no? Otherwise, you would have got aram say 1 lakh rupees. Now he's taking that risk. Why will he take that risk? Because he believes in customer's business. Either supplier can walk away with nothing, or else there is a possibility he can get a huge return as well. It is as good as when we are investing. Either we can invest as equity or else as debt. Yes or no? Normally, yes, in case of supplier is giving as good as debt. He is giving the goods, you give me 1 lakh rupees. As simple as that. Here, supplier is taking an equity stake in the organization. Gain need not be financial, it could be non-financial as well. It is going to be win-win situation for both the people. Yes, reasons for failure of gain sharing arrangement important. Yes, unstructured terms of agreement. Agreements are not properly structured. Error in implementation, you have not properly implemented. Lack of efforts from one party is not putting efforts at all, or bad relationship between your supplier as well as customer. Is it clear? Finally, I'm having outsourcing, which is also called as contracting out. What is this? It is a business practice wherein one task or one process is shifted to other party for a span of time in order to reduce the cost or improve efficiency. Say for example, Apple assembly process, it is shifted to other party for a span of time, next 5 years. Why are we doing? Either to reduce my cost or else to improve my efficiency. Advantages, cost savings will be there, investment will get reduced, as well as flexibility in operation will be there. We'll focus only on the required portions. Disadvantage, there is a risk of losing sensitive information. Quality problems could be there. And how do we address, yes, quality related issues when we are outsourcing? First, yes, come up with a detailed service level agreement telling what all has to be done. Yes, all the things that the person who is doing outsourcing is responsible for. Again, have a list of alternate service provider as backup. If at all he is not giving, alternate service provider he should be having. Again, set up an audit team so that periodically you can go and see whether the work is happening properly or not. And make a list of outsourcing entities on a website so that customers will also know that who has ultimately made this product available. With this, we've finished the chapter Modern Business Environment, my dear students. Now let's move to the next chapter, which is Lean System and Innovation. So lean system and innovation. Firstly, the basics. What is a lean system? Okay, so it is a method for waste minimization without sacrificing on productivity in a manufacturing system. In case of manufacturing, we are telling let us try to eliminate all the waste without sacrificing productivity. So now the question is, what is waste? Yes, a waste is any step or any action which is not required to complete a process. Okay, now 7 different types of waste. We have our TIM wood. Yes or no, students? TIM wood. T stands for transportation, I stands for inventory, M stands for motion, yes, W stands for waiting, O stands for overproduction, overprocessing, as well as defect. All these are not required to successfully produce my finished goods, so all these will be classified as my waste. Okay, now going to the first concept, which is just in time. Just in time. So 2 things are there, just in time purchase as well as just in time production. Again, a caveat for all the students, it's just a quick revision for you 1 day before examination. I hope that all of you guys would have understood the concepts by now. If you have not understood the concept, these videos are of no use. This is just for revision. Just in time purchase, what is it? It's a purchase system wherein when are we purchasing the goods? Raw material is purchased in such a way that the receipt of raw material and the usage of raw material coincide to the maximum possible extent. Fine. Just-in-time production. It's a production system, okay, wherein every component is produced only when it is needed for the next stage of production. Okay, fine. Now, just-in-time purchase. Few things we have to do in order to implement JIT purchase. Firstly, the components that we are getting. We should be receiving the raw material on the exact date, exact time. Supplier should be giving me on the exact date, exact time. Again, the delivery should be made straight to the production floor. It's not to the warehouse, directly to production floor. And he should go to the extreme of dropping it off at the specific machine which is going to use that. Okay, point number 2. Point number 3, the engineering staff should go and visit the supplier site. Because we are getting it exactly on time. We should be seeing if the supplier is in a position to give me high quality, defect-free goods or not. So my engineering staff will go and visit the supplier site. We are not inspecting the raw material. Yes, our engineering team will go and visit the supplier site. And finally, once we've selected the supplier, we'll be placing an electronic data interchange or an integrated ERP. Fine. Just-in-time production. Yes, just-in-time production. In the current traditional production, some challenges, some issues were there. In GIT, we tried to eliminate those. What all issues were there? First issue, setup time was huge. Huge setup time was there, because of which, yes, huge cost was there. To overcome that, we were producing more units so that the cost per unit was getting reduced. Yes, now we want to reduce the setup time. So for that, what we have done, students? Yes, we have taken help of a videotape. Yes, we have taken a recording, a typical videotape recording of a typical setup. Then we have called industrial engineers as well as plant users. Yes, we have asked, yes, what are the reasons causing a lengthy setup? And we have taken steps so that we can gradually reduce the setup. This way we have reduced the setup time. Next, machine speeds. Different machines were there. Their speeds were not coordinated. Yes, because of these two issues were there. Firstly, work in progress pile up. Machine 2 is processing only 600 units. However, machine 3 is processing only 200. That means 400 is lying as work in process. Okay. Next, defect of one upstream machine will be identified only when the downstream machine will work on that. 600 units are produced and then transferred. Only then we realize, okay, there is a defect. That means in all 600 units, there is a defect. Now, to overcome that, yes, they have given two solutions. One is Kanban card. One more is grouping your machines into working cells, or else your cellular manufacturing. What are they? We'll discuss. And finally, we've told traditional workforce, they were doing only one type of work. We want multi-skilled workforce who can operate multiple machines at the same time. Yes, do minimal minor maintenance as well. So for that, we have to give them training, also empower them so that they can stop the machine if they see any issues. Now, two things. Firstly, Kanban card. What is Kanban card? It is a notification card that a downstream machine sends to the respective upstream machine, authorizing production of just sufficient components needed for production. Say, for example, 1000 units finished goods is needed. Okay, so machine 3 is telling, okay, I should produce 1000 units finished goods. So for that, it is telling, I want 1200 components, because some components will get wasted. So machine 3 will send a Kanban card to machine 2, telling you produce and give me 1200 components. Because if you give me 1200, I will process further. Some approximately 150 to 200 will go as loss. Ultimately, I can produce 1000 units. Is it clear? It's a notification downstream machine sends to the respective upstream machine, authorizing just production of sufficient components needed for production. Okay, then what is a working cell? It is a small cluster of cell. Generally, it will be in U shape. Yes, which could be run by one operator. One machine operator alone can run. Yes, so what happens is my work in progress inventory gets reduced, because he will, yes, produce the part here, take it here, produce it again, take it here. Yes, so my work in progress inventory gets reduced. Again, if there are any defects, they will be identified immediately. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Now, along with that, one more issue was there. Yes, I had to bring changes in my accounting system because too many raw material I am purchasing. So, yes, tracking of the raw material became a challenge. So for that, what happened, students? Yes, the issue that we were having is, yes, there were large number of supplier shipment. Again, there was no receiving paperwork. So for that, what is the solution? They have come up with a solution called as backflushing. Yes. So what is backflushing telling? They are telling, yes, raw material received in a month, yes, by a company. It is nothing but the finished goods produced into raw material per unit of finished goods. Say, for example, Toyota, in this particular month, we have produced 1000 cars. And to produce every car, 0.5 ton of steel is needed. That means in this particular month, 500 ton steel we would have purchased. Again, plus or minus any adjustment for, yes, inventory or scrap we'll be doing. We'll be telling, okay, this is the total raw material we have purchased. Based on that, directly we'll be making the payment. There is no need for any receiving paperwork, no check, nothing. Yes, based on finished goods, yes, we are reverse calculating, and based on that, we are making the payment. This is called as backflushing. Now, some issues or challenges could be there. Production reporting should be correct. Scrap reporting should be correct. Inventory reporting should be correct. Otherwise, this complete equation will go for a toss. Again, lot tracing becomes impossible in case of backflushing. Again, some miscellaneous points in case of just-in-time. Yes, should we implement just-in-time or not? Two different ways I can do. Yes, first I will calculate what is the savings by implementing GIT. As against that, what is the additional cost of implementing GIT? Savings is more, I will tell go ahead. Additional cost is more, I will tell don't go ahead. Or else there is one more way, students. Manufacturing cycle efficiency. I'll calculate my manufacturing cycle efficiency before GIT, how much it is, after GIT, how much it is. If it has increased, I will tell go ahead with just in time. Again, prerequisites for just in time. Yes, PKM should be there, vendor should be reliable. Yes, defect-free raw material I should be getting, preventive maintenance should be carried out, yes or no. And finally, I also have TAKT time, which is the average net time to produce 1 unit. What is the net time to produce 1 unit? Suppose one day, 8 hours is there. In that 2 hours is idle time. That means ultimately I'm having 6 hours only. That is 360 minutes. In 360 minutes, in that particular day, I'm planning to produce 100 units. That means to produce 1 unit, effectively how much time is there? 3.6 minutes. It is the net time available for production, 8 hours minus 2 hours, 6 hours, divided by total quantity to be produced. I'll be getting my TAKT time. Is it clear, everyone? So this was my just in time. Now moving to the next concept, which is Kaizen costing. What is Kaizen telling? Kaizen is a Japanese word which means Kaizen, continuous improvement. What is the philosophy of Kaizen, my dear students? It is telling small incremental changes routinely applied and sustained over a long period will result in significant improvement. Say for example, a burger company, yes, instead of giving 3 ketchup, it started giving 2 ketchups. 1 rupee saved, but small incremental changes routinely applied and sustained over long term will give me significant improvements. Yes, or the mobile manufacturing company stopped giving earphones. For 1 mobile, it was only saving of 100 rupee, but yes, applied over a long term gave me significant savings in my cost. Now, principles or features, I'm looking for small improvements at an acceptable cost. Yes, it encourages collective decision making. Everyone from every area of business, yes, have to give in their ideas. It helps to eliminate waste, teamwork. Yes, it involves all employees and all areas of business where involving from start to end. It involves setting standards and continuously improving the standards. I'll be setting standards for a month. Continuously, I'll try to improve my standards every month. Now, there is one more thing, which is Kaizen versus standard costing. This could be important. Standard costing is a cost control system. I'm setting my standard. My only objective is I should be achieving that standard. As simple as that. Kaizen costing is a cost reduction system. I will try to reduce my cost without compromising on quality. Yes, in case of standard costing, employee participation is not required because at the top level, I'll be setting my standards. Here, employee participation is required because ultimately they have to tell how we can come up with improvements. In standard costing, I'm setting long-term stable standards. Standards I've set is going to be for 1 year. Here, I'll reduce the periodicity of standard setting. For every one month, I will set my standard continuously. I'll update, improve my standards. Is it clear, everyone? Now, changes, improvements that I'm bringing could be 2 types. Either it could be small incremental changes, that is Kaizen costing, or a one-time big improvement, which is going to be my BPR, business process range. Is it clear, everyone? The next concept that we have is 5S. It is a technique for workplace management. It is telling how should we maintain our workplace so that things are accessible and quickly we can get the work done. Again, it is based on 5 Japanese words. We have given you a song, yes or no? Washing powder Nirma. That song we have given you. Remember all the 5 things, yes or no? Yes, salt is a Siri. Set in order, Satan. Shine is Siso. Standardize Siketsu. Sustain Shitsuke. This is our 5S. So now you guys can listen to the song properly. Remember it. Yes, I know I'm very bad at singing, but it's fine. Yes, for now, let's save the time. Salt. Set in order. Shine. Standardize. As well as final thing is going to be my sustain. Now, salt. Yes, what is salt telling? Yes, remove unnecessary items. Whatever item is not necessary, remove that. Okay, fine. Now, necessary items are there. Yes, even the necessary item, arrange in the most accessible way, proper way you arrange that. That is set in order. Okay, then we have shine. Keep your workplace neat, clean. Yes, clean your workplace daily or have a cleaning frequency every week, every 4 days, something like that. Standardize. Document and standardize your best processes. Yes, now the set in order should be based on my standard. I will first be setting my standard. Based on that, every time I will keep my things in order. And finally, sustain. It's not a one-time program. For the long term, you have to sustain the change, the improvement that you have brought in your workplace. Is it clear, everyone? The next concept that we have is TPM, Total Productive Maintenance. He is telling we should keep all our equipments in top working conditions so that we can achieve 0. What is 0? 0 breakdown, 0 defect, 0 downtime, 0 accidents. Now, different things are there. Firstly, 8 pillars or principles of TPM. Yes, there are 8 pillars of TPM with 5S as the foundation. With 5S as the foundation, we have 8 pillars. What are the 8 pillars, students? Now look at this. TPM, it is needed for factory also, outside factory also. Even in factory, it is needed for existing goods or services, new goods or services. Existing goods or services, what all is needed? Firstly, autonomous maintenance, small maintenance, then planned maintenance, proper periodic maintenance, then quality, yes, maintenance, as well as focused improvement, which is Kaizen. Four things are needed for existing goods or services. For new goods or services, when I'm planning to produce new goods or services, early management so that I can produce the goods quickly and launch it to the market. Outside the factory, office TPM, even in my office, I'll be having machines. For that also, TPM should be implemented so that they work defect free. Yes, again, overall, general points, education and training. Yes, in order for success of TPM, I should be giving education and training for my employees, as well as TPM's objective is not just to ensure that machines are working proper, it is also to ensure that there are zero accidents. So I should take care of safety, health, and environment. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Next, I have OEE, one of the most important portion, students. It is based on 6 big losses. OEE is nothing but my availability into performance into quality. Okay, now availability, what is availability? Say for example, I have planned to work for 12 hours tomorrow. However, in that 1 hour was unplanned downtime. That means actually how much hours I worked? 11 hours. That means my availability is 11 divided by 12, which is my actual production time divided by my planned production time, 200. Performance. Okay, in 11 hours, yes, I've actually produced, say for example, 500 units. To produce 500 units, standard time was 10 hours. I should have produced 500 units in 10 hours, but actually I've taken 11 hours. Whether my performance is great? No, not that great. That means what is my performance, students? It is 10 divided by 11. That is my standard time for actual output divided by my actual time for actual output. Now, okay, 500 units I've produced. In that, 50 units are defective. Only 450 are of perfect quality. That means my quality percentage is 450 divided by 500, which is my units accepted divided by units produced into 100. Yes, overall, my OEE is nothing but my availability into performance into my quality. Yes, keep in mind, students, OEE at world class is 85%, wherein availability is 90%, performance is 95%, as well as quality should be more than 99%. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Next, different types of maintenance under TPM. Yes, we have given you a mnemonic. APMC people are bakwas. A stands for autonomous maintenance. P stands for your planned or preventive maintenance. MM stands for your maintenance prevention. C stands for your corrective maintenance. And B stands for your breakdown maintenance. Autonomous maintenance, small, minor day-to-day maintenance. Train your operators for that. Preventive maintenance, proper periodic maintenance. Yes, the objective is there should be zero breakdown. Yes, maintenance prevention. While you're buying the machine, buy machine in such a way that, yes, they are more reliable, maintenance can be avoided. Again, corrective maintenance. Yes, while you're doing your maintenance, yes, reconfigure the part so that you can make your maintenance easy, so that your repetitive maintenance gets avoided. And finally, breakdown maintenance. Here we are doing the maintenance only if my equipment breaks down. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, the next point that we are having is connection between my TPM as well as TQM. TQM is a bigger circle. In that, I'm having my TPM. TQM is telling I should be improving the quality of the goods. Yes, in order to improve the quality of goods, yes, quality of machine should also be improved. Yes or no? Yes, if my equipment quality increases, automatically the quality of goods increases. TPM can be seen as a way to achieve the goals of TQM. Yes, it is a subset of TQM, it can be told in that way. Yes, ultimately both need the involvement of worker as well as training given to my employees, because ultimately employees will have to suggest me how things can be done in a better way. Is it clear, everyone? Next, we have cellular manufacturing. Here again, your machines are grouped into cells, U-shaped cells, so that goods could be moved as quickly as possible. Waste gets reduced, work in progress gets reduced. And if any defects are there, we can quickly identify them. Firstly, types of machine cell designs. Different type of machine cell designs. Firstly, single machine cell. I'm telling my single machine itself is constituting a cell. Again, I'll be having a group machine cell with manual handling. Many machines are there which are forming a cell. However, manually I'm handling the goods. Okay, or else group machine cells with semi-integrated handling, wherein I'm using conveyor belt. So what is happening in machine? I'm producing the goods. Yes, I remove, I put it in the conveyor belt. It goes to the next machine. From there, I remove it again. Yes, semi-integrated. And finally, I'm having group machine cells with fully integrated handling, which is nothing but my flexible manufacturing system, wherein we are using robotics and advanced features so that everything is automated. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, now comes one of the most important topic, which is rank ordering clustering algorithm, which is also called as King's algorithm, which is also called as binary ordering. Now, a detailed video explaining what it is uploaded on YouTube. You can see that here I'm just giving you a quick revision on the assumption that you already know. Now, yes, data will be given in the question. I need to start solving. Now, firstly, yes, I will start writing it table by table. Table 1, I'll be calling it as my CR table, Cristiano Ronaldo. Table 2, I'll be calling it as my RC table, reverse of Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes or no? Table 1, CR table. What does it mean? C is column, R is row. Yes. For my column, I'll be giving weight. How will I be giving weight, students? I'll be giving my binary weights. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, so on and so forth. From where I'll be giving reverse order. From the last column, yes, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. I'll be giving weight. Okay. I've given weight to my column. Now what I have to do? Based on that, for my rows, I should be calculating my decimal equivalent. Yes, it is a summation of the weights that I've given for every row. Okay. Yes. So I'll be calculating my decimal equivalent for my row. So I've got, for every row, I've got my decimal equivalent. Based on that, what I have to do? I have to give ranking to my row. Based on that, I have to be rearranging my row. Is it clear? So for my column, I'll be giving weight. Based on that, for my rows, I'll be doing 3 things. First, I'll be giving decimal equivalent. Based on that, I'll be giving the ranking. Based on that, I will be rearranging. Now, I should keep repeating again. Now, the order will change. Table number 2 will be my RC table. Now, what am I doing? For my row, I'll be giving my weights. Again, reverse order here. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Yes, based on that, for my column, I'll be calculating decimal equivalent. Yes, for every column, I'll be giving the ranking. Based on that, my column, I'll be rearranging. I keep continuing. Yes, table 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so on will be my CR table. Table 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 will be my RC table. I'll keep continuing till when I should be doing. Keep doing till the time your rank will be in the same order. You can stop at that particular moment. When your rank, you have calculated your rank based on the decimal equivalent, right? That rank, if it is in the same order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you'll tell, okay, your work is over. Based on that, you can bifurcate, yes, your machines as well as parts into 2 or 3 or how many ever families that you want. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Now, few additional points. Yes, if 2 decimal equivalents are having same value, yes, row number 3 is also having value 8, row number 4 is also having value 8. Now, what you will do? Yes, whichever row is in the highest order, higher order, for that you give the first rank, for the next one you give the second rank. Arbitrarily, whatever you want, you can do. But I say, what I say does is, it assigns value in the same order in which they are lying in the table. Okay. Yes, if bifurcation into 2 cells is not possible because there is one common machine which is needed for both the cells. Now, what we should do? Few suggestions can be given. Either I can sell, yes, the same machine I'm going to buy in both the cells. For both the cells, I'm going to buy that machine. Or else what I'll tell? Yes, for that particular part only, yes, I will put this machine in any one cell. And for this particular, yes, in other cell also, I want that machine, right? For that particular reason, I'll be permitting inter-cell movement. Inter-cell movement will be permitted only for that particular part, okay? Or else I'll tell subcontract that part so that there is no tension at all. Or else redesign your production process in such a way that the machine will no longer be required. Is it clear? All these are the options that are available with me. Again, there is also manufacturing cycle efficiency calculation. Manufacturing cycle efficiency is nothing but the percentage of value added time to my total cycle time. Value added time is only my processing time. Yes, total cycle time. Yes, processing, you can call it as your assembly time. Yes, your total cycle time includes your value added also, non-value added time also. Inspection, waiting, motion, everything also is included. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, if we implement cellular manufacturing, ideally my manufacturing cycle efficiency should improve. Yes, if I implement just in time, ideally my manufacturing cycle efficiency should increase. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, because we are speaking at such a fast pace, sometimes we get stuck for words. Nothing could be done for that. Next, we have the next concept, which is Six Sigma. Yes, I've already told you. Yes, TQM is the journey. Six Sigma is the destination. TQM is telling continuously improve the quality of goods. Yes, if we keep improving continuously, what will happen? I will reach Six Sigma. Yes, what is Six Sigma, my dear students? It is a quality improvement technique whose objective is to eliminate all the defect and practically achieve zero defect. Yes, what is the numerical value of Six Sigma? It is telling I can be having only 3.4 defects out of a million opportunity, 3.4 on 10 lakh, yes, opportunities. That is the practical value of Six Sigma. Now, how do I implement Six Sigma? Six Sigma could be implemented either for your existing goods or processes, wherein I'm already having existing product. I want to improve. I want to eliminate my defect. Okay, I can be using DMAC approach, DMAC. Or else I want to design or develop a new product or a process For that, I want to implement Six Sigma. I want to develop a new product in such a way that it is defect free. For that, I'll be using DMAD. Now, existing, yes, in order to bring an improvement, I'll be going for a DMAC approach. Yes, D stands for define, M stands for measure, A stands for analyze, I stands for improve, C stands for control. But that's not your answer. Yes, define your PPC. Define your problem, project goal, as well as customer requirement. Measure your existing process and determine the current performance. Right now, at what sigma level you're operating. Yes, based on that, A, analyze your process and identify the root cause of defect. Okay, once you've identified, next, improve the process so that you can eliminate that root cause. And finally, control, that is maintain your improved process. Is it clear? Now, DMADV, yes, here I'll be defining. Yes, I'm not having existing process. Keep in mind, students, I'm just planning to design or develop a new process. So define your PC, define your project goal as well as your customer requirement. Based on that, measure what? Measure your customer's needs. Based on that, analyze what all option is available with you. Based on that, design the detailed process. Then finally verify whether the design is fulfilling the customer's requirement or not. Is it clear? Yes, some limitations are also there. Yes, people are telling, yes, not all products need to meet Six Sigma standards. True. Yes, it need not work well with your intangible results. Six Sigma focuses on quality only, but quality comes with a cost. That point is being totally ignored here. Fine. Then final point we're having, which is business process reengineering. I have told improvements could be either small improvements, which is Kaizen, or big substantial improvements, which is my BPR. So what is BPR, students? Yes, it is the fundamental rethinking and a radical redesign of business processes in order to achieve dramatic improvements, big dramatic improvements in critical contemporary areas such as cost, quality, speed. Now, components of BPR, same, we can pull it from the definition: fundamental rethinking, radical redesign. We want to achieve dramatic improvements and we are focusing on end-to-end business processes. Fundamental rethinking. We are challenging the very basic assumptions in which the business operated. Radical redesign. Yes, radically, completely we are planning to redesign. We are asking, if we were a brand new company, how we would have operated our company. Achieve dramatic improvements. We want to achieve dramatic, big, gigantic changes. We are focusing on bigger, loftier objectives. We are not telling, okay, 1%, 2% improvement. Big 30%, 40%, 80% improvement we are looking at. And focus will be on end-to-end business processes, on the complete process, not just on a single task. I told you the example of ATM. Yes, I'm not looking at that individual step-by-step task. I'm telling, okay, overall process of withdrawing money from the bank, we have come up with ATM wherein all the cost has reduced. This was chapter number 3, my dear students, which is Lean System and Innovation. Now let's move to the next chapter, students, which is decision making. The complete chapter we bifurcated into 3 concepts. First is the basics of decision making. Next, we have various short-term decisions. Finally, we are having other miscellaneous areas. Firstly, the basics of decision making. So in that first, we have told, yes, very basics. How do we take a decision? Yes, decision making. I'll be comparing my marginal revenue, that is my extra revenue, with my extra cost, marginal cost. If my marginal revenue is higher, accept the decision. Marginal revenue is lower, reject the decision. Now, what is my marginal cost? Yes, it is the extra cost in order to manufacture 1 unit extra output. Marginal cost always are 3 things. One is my variable cost. Yes, that I'm incurring extra. Specific fixed cost. If I'm incurring any specific cost in order to manufacture the product, that I'll include. Again, opportunity cost. In order to manufacture the product, if I've sacrificed anything else, that will also be forming a part of my marginal cost. Is it clear, everyone? Now we are going to the basic formulas in marginal costing. You would have learned so many times. Let's quickly recap. Contribution is sales minus variable cost. Alternatively, it is also my fixed cost plus profit. Variable cost ratio and PV ratio. Suppose my sales is 1000, in that variable cost is 600. That means contribution is 400. Yes or no? Yes. What is variable cost as a percentage of sale? 600 on 1000. That is 60%. What is contribution as a percentage of sale? 400 divided by 1000. 40%. That is my variable cost ratio as well as PV ratio. Both of them are complementary. Yes. Break even point. Yes. How many units should I sell so that I will reach no profit, no loss? So total, how much fixed cost should I recover? Divided by, if I sell 1 unit, how much contribution I'm getting? Fixed cost divided by contribution per unit, or else my PV ratio. Margin of safety, it is my sales in addition to my BP sale. After break-even point, how much sales I've done? Till BP, whatever sales I've done, the contribution was equal to recover my fixed cost. After my BP, whatever sales I've done, fixed cost is already recovered. The contribution, whatever I will be getting, will be equal to my profit. Okay, sales to achieve my desired profit or loss. I'll be telling in order to achieve my desired profit, how much contribution I want. Yes, profit is not sufficient. I should be recovering my fixed cost as well. So fixed cost plus desired profit will be my desired contribution divided by my contribution per unit, or else my PV ratio. I also have my differential formula. Yes, we've told two important observations. Change. My change in variable cost is nothing but my change in total cost, because fixed cost there is no change. My change in contribution is nothing but my change in profit, because in fixed cost there is no change. Based on that two formula, variable cost ratio is my change in total cost divided by change in sales into 100. PV ratio is my change in profit, because that itself is my change in contribution divided by change in sales into 100. These were my basic formulas. Then we have concept 1C, which is my relevant costing technique. Very important, students. Yes, what is a relevant cost? It is the cost which is relevant to take the decision. That is, that cost is incurred only if I am taking the decision. Two conditions for a cost to be relevant cost. It should be a future cost and it should be a differential cost. That is, the cost is different in different alternatives. Now, different costs and their treatment. Historic cost, sunk cost, committed cost, already incurred in the past, irrelevant for decision making. Fixed cost, if it is allocated, I'm telling irrelevant. If it is additional, specific, traceable, I'm telling it is going to be relevant. Opportunity cost, what I have sacrificed in order to take this decision, always relevant for decision making. Out of pocket or additional cost I'm incurring in order to take the decision, it is also going to be relevant for decision making. Now, for different cost, what is relevant? In case of material, yes, material, either my material is not in stock or it is in stock. If it is not in stock, I have to purchase. So my purchase price is relevant. Yes, if it is in stock, I'm asking, is it regularly used or not regularly used? If it is regularly used, if I use it here, I'll have to replace that. So my replacement cost becomes relevant. Generally, my purchase price replacement cost will be one and the same. If it is not regularly used, I'm asking what we would have done. Yes, we would have sold it as scrap and would have earned some realizable value. Yes or no? So my relevant cost is going to be my realizable value or benefit from alternatives, whichever is higher. Yes, one important point, students. Yes, if my raw material is not regularly used and in order to dispose, I'm not getting my money. If I'm getting my money, realizable value, I'll tell it is relevant. I have to incur cost of disposal. Suppose it is a hazardous chemical. Then my cost of disposal, I'll be reducing in order to arrive at my relevant cost. Is it clear? Now coming to labor. Yes, labor, either I'll be getting my work done from permanent existing employees or else from my new casual temporary employees. New employees, whatever the wages I'll be paying will be relevant. Existing employees, yes, if there is a spare capacity, I'm telling relevant cost is nil. If there is no spare capacity, I'm telling, yes, the wages along with that, the opportunity cost, both of them are going to be relevant. Is it clear? In case of overheads, variable overhead is always relevant. Fixed overhead, if it is allocated, irrelevant. If it is additional, it is going to be relevant. In case of machine, yes, the rental value or the net purchase cost. Net purchase cost is my purchase minus my sale value. Yes or no? Net purchase cost. I've purchased at 50,000. Yes, minus when I'm selling, I'm getting 30,000, 20,000 net purchase cost. Rent or my net purchase cost, whichever is lower, we would have chosen. That is my relevant cost. Two issues if my pricing is based on relevant cost. PP, profit reporting could be an issue. Pricing of future work could also be a challenge. Is it clear, everyone? Next, we have concept number 2, wherein we are taking various short-term decisions based on the concept of marginal costing. Few golden rules to be kept in mind. How do we take decision? Very simple. Marginal revenue, marginal cost, we compare, we take a decision. Then, if you are having more than one alternative, select that alternative wherein my total contribution is maximum. Okay. And while you are taking a decision, not just financial factors, non-financial factors should also be considered. Okay. Now, 5 different decisions are there. Let's see one by one. First, sell or further process. Should I sell it as it is or should I further process and sell? Raymond, should I sell it as fabric, further process into shirt and sell it? Now, how do I take a decision? Yes, incremental revenue from further processing. If I further process, how much extra revenue I will get? As against that, if I further process, how much extra cost I should be incurring? Now, incremental cost, my marginal cost, it is nothing but my variable cost, specific fixed cost, opportunity cost. Incremental revenue from further processing. It is my revenue after further processing minus my revenue before further processing. Suppose Raymond's, if it is selling as fabric, it is getting 1,000. If it sells as shirt, it is getting 2,500. That means if I further process, I am getting 1,500 extra. Again, cost up to split off. Yes, anyways we have incurred. Yes, it is sunk cost. It is going to be irrelevant for a decision. Next, special price order decision. We have got a one-time special price order. How do we take a decision? What is the revenue I'm getting from special price order decision? As against that, what is the relevant cost I'm incurring to fulfill my special price order decision? Relevant cost, marginal cost, It is my variable cost, specific fixed cost, opportunity cost. While I am accepting my special price order decision, some other factors should also be kept in mind. Yes or no, students? What we have told. I love AMS. I stands for industry analysis. A stands for my additional terms. B stands for my buyer credit worthiness, as well as S stands for statutory compliances. Next, we are having product mix or limiting factor decisions. Now, limiting factor, yes, I am having a limiting factor. That is, any resource whose availability is less than the requirement. Now, how do I take a decision? Company is telling, because I am having limiting factor, I am producing only one product. Or company is telling, no, I am going to produce more than one product. If company is going to produce only one product, which product should I produce? Produce that product which is giving you the maximum total contribution, whose total contribution is maximum. Now, how do I get total contribution? Contribution per unit into number of units. Contribution per unit is selling price minus variable cost. Number of units. How do I get number of units? Number of units is lower of my demand or capacity. Suppose for product A, demand is 2000, but my production capacity is only 1500. Ultimately, how much can I produce and sell? Only 1500. So, number of units produced and sold is lower of my demand and production capacity. Is it clear? I'm telling, no, I'm producing more than one product. I just want in which priority should I produce? Now, again, I'm asking limiting factors you're having this. Single limiting factor or multiple limiting factor. In multiple limiting factor, again, you're having multiple limiting factor. Whether rank as per all limiting factor is same or is it different? Yes, so if you're having either single limiting factor only or you're having multiple limiting factor, but rank is same, how will we be taking decision, students? We'll be taking a decision based on contribution per limiting factor. First, I'll be doing selling price minus variable cost contribution per unit. But I'll not be taking decision this way. I'll be telling contribution per unit divided by my limiting factor per unit. I'll be getting my contribution per limiting factor. Based on this, I'll be giving a ranking. Based on that, I'll be allocating my resources. Is it clear? Yes. However, I'm having multiple limiting factor and the rank is also different. I have no other option. I'll have to be using LPP. Again, just a shortcut. Yes, just a quick summary of what we are going to do in LPP. Detailed revision is already uploaded. Yes, LPP. Yes, what is my objective? First, we should set our objective function. We want to maximize the contribution. First, I'll be assuming number of units of product 1 and 2 will be X and Y. So, I'll be telling maximize the contribution. Z is equal to 36X plus 31Y. However, it is not simple. It is subject to constraints. What all constraints are there? Direct material is not there. Direct labor. All of that I'll be writing. Yes. Now, I'll have to be solving this. So, for that, firstly, I want my corner points. So, how do I get corner points? Two different ways I'll be getting corner points, students. Firstly, I'll be having my equation. Say, for example, I have my equation. Yes, 2x plus 2y is equal to, it was less than or equal to 17,000. Yes, or no, suppose my direct material is less than or equal to 17,000. First, I will convert it into equality. Yes, I will tell if x is equal to 0, how much is y? If y is equal to 0, how much is x? Based on that, I'll be getting my corner points one way. Second, this way, multiple constraints will be there. I'll be taking a set of two constraints. I'll be solving using simultaneous linear equation. I'll be getting the point wherein both the constraints are meeting. There is that common point. This way, I'll be getting all my corner points. Firstly, if x is equal to 0, how much is y? If y is equal to 0, how much is x? Then all these equations I'll take. I'll solve using simultaneous linear equation. I'll be getting corner points. Now, I've got all the corner points. Now, in that, some corner points will be unfeasible. Because, yes, question may be telling maximum demand of y is 10,000, but there in that corner point, demand of y is 15,000. So, it is unfeasible based on demand eliminated. Yes, balance points, whatever you are having, calculate the contribution. Calculate the contribution on all those points. Wherever your contribution is maximum, that is your optimal level. However, you should ensure that that point that we have selected is fulfilling all the conditions. Sometimes it could be possible that it is not fulfilling any of the conditions. So, that should be kept in. Is it clear? This way, we'll be solving our question if we are having LPP. First, objective function. Yes, maximize z is equal to 36x plus 31y. It is subject to constraints. Write it down one by one. Get your corner points. Yes, firstly, if x is equal to 0, how much is y? Secondly, take a set of two equations, solve that. Yes, next, eliminate unfeasible points. For balance points, calculate contribution. Select that where your contribution is maximum. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Next, we are having make or buy or outsourcing decision. Should I manufacture on my own or should I outsource and get it done? How do I take a decision? Whichever is cheaper, I'll go for that. So I'll see my cost of manufacturing, cost of buying. Whichever is cheaper, I'll go for that. Cost of manufacturing, it is my variable cost, specific fixed cost, opportunity cost. Cost of buying is your purchase cost plus any other associated cost. Now, however, if you're having limiting factor, how do you take a decision? Say, for example, I'm telling, yes, manufacturing itself is cheaper, but I'm not having sufficient capability to manufacture on my own. Because of that, I'll have to outsource few things. Which one should I outsource? Now, step by step we'll do. Yes, firstly, calculate the savings per unit on manufacturing. Yes, if you are manufacturing on your own, are you having savings or are you incurring extra cost? If your buying cost is cheaper, always close your eyes, buy that company. If your manufacturing cost is cheaper, you've calculated how much you can save by manufacturing on your own. Say, for example, your buying cost is 25, your manufacturing cost is 20. You're telling, if I manufacture on my own, I can save 5 rupees. That is the savings per unit on manufacture. Now you are telling, I don't want savings per unit. I want my savings per limiting factor, which is my savings per unit divided by limiting factor per unit. I've got my savings per limiting factor. I will be giving the rankings. In that priority, I'll be manufacturing. Yes, whatever I cannot manufacture, I'll be buying from outside. Is it clear? Again, a beautiful question it could be. Now, qualitative factors in order to decide, yes, whether to manufacture on our own or should we outsource. QRIC. QR code was first introduced by ICAI Bank. Yes or no? Q stands for quality of goods. R for reliability of supplier. I, the impact on my supplier, customer, as well as employees. And finally, C is going to be the confidentiality of my process. Finally, we have our continue or discontinue business. Should I continue my business? Should I discontinue my business? If I continue my business, what is the advantage? I'll be getting contribution by selling goods. If I discontinue my business, what is the advantage? Yes, firstly, I'll be saving my fixed cost. Yes or no? Again, I can be doing some other thing, through that I'll be getting contribution, opportunity gain I may be. So I'll be taking a decision by comparing gain on continuance versus gain on discontinuance. Yes, gain on continuance is my contribution, on discontinuance it is my savings in fixed cost plus opportunity gain. Shutdown point. I'm saying at what point I am indifferent between whether should I continue or not. Yes, what I'll be telling, if I discontinue, what is my benefit? Savings in fixed cost divided by, if I continue, what is the benefit? Contribution per unit. I'll be getting how many units should I be selling so that I'm indifferent. If I'm actually in reality selling more than that, I will tell, yes, gain on continuance is more, so continue. Actually, I'm selling lower than that, I will tell there is no point continuing, discontinue your business. Is it clear? Again, qualitative factors. If we discontinue, what will happen to my customer relationship, supplier relationship, employee relationship? Yes, whether abruptly yes, it is going to impact the sale of other products. I've stopped one product, is it going to adversely impact sale of other products? That also should be kept in. Is it clear, everyone? So concept 2, various short-term decisions, is also over. Now we are having final concept number 3, miscellaneous areas. And the 2 points are there. Firstly, ethics and non-financial consideration in case of decision making, as well as activity-based CVP analysis. Ethics and non-financial consideration. We have told financial perspective, okay, you will compare marginal revenue, marginal cost, take a decision. But decision making is not just financial, non-financial factors should also be considered. 2 standard sentence you will be writing everywhere. You will tell primary goal of organization is shareholder wealth maximization. However, every organization has a moral duty to care for all the stakeholders. Okay, next point. Non-financial factors need not increase my profit in the short term. In the short term, it will not increase my profit. But, however, it is going to increase my profit, give me a better brand image, sustainability in the long term. So, for long term, considering non-financial factors is very important. What all non-financial factors should be considered? Yes, we've given you a mnemonic ABC in GE. ABC, activity-based costing, was first introduced by GE, General Electric. Yes, A stands for availability of resources. B stands for your business ethics as well as brand image. C stands for your customer satisfaction and corporate social responsibility. G stands for your government regulations. E stands for your employee satisfaction as well as environmental factors. Yes, next we are having activity-based CVP analysis. Traditionally, what we were doing, we were telling my cost will be either variable cost, fixed cost. Variable cost, while I'm calculating my contribution, I'm already, yes, considering that. So ultimately, in order to achieve my break-even point, how much fixed cost I should absorb divided by my contribution per. However, in case of activity-based costing, what I'm telling, cost could be fixed cost to variable cost. Again, variable cost could be unit level variable cost, non-unit level variable cost. What is unit level variable cost? Direct material, 5 rupee per unit. Non-unit level variable cost. Say for example, setup cost. It is 1000 rupee per setup into, say for example, 20 setups, 20,000. Is it variable? Yes, it is variable. More setup means more cost. However, is it variable based on units? No, it is not variable based on units. Now, if I sell 1 unit, what cost I can recover? Suppose I'm selling 1 unit at 10 rupees. I will tell, yes, I've sold 1 unit, 10 rupees I've got, 5 rupees I've paid, 5 rupees net contribution I've got. Yes, with this 5 rupees net contribution, what all should I absorb? I should be absorbing my fixed cost also, non-unit level variable cost also. So how many units should I be selling? It is my fixed cost plus non-unit level variable cost divided by selling 1 unit, how much I'm getting contribution per unit. Yes, this is my activity based CVP analysis. With this, we've finished the chapter decision making, my dear students. Moving to the next chapter, which is pricing decisions. We have told is the policies and procedures to determine the selling price. We have told selling price could be in two different ways. First, if it is your external customer, the price that you have set is called as selling price. If it is your internal customer, it is called as transfer price. The selling price calculation is discussed in this chapter. Transfer price calculation is discussed in subsequent chapter, which is divisional transfer price. Then we have told how should we set selling price. Yes, follow a step-by-step process. We've told 4 steps we have to follow. First, understand the type of market in which the company is operating. Market could be perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic, oligopoly. Yes, once you've understood the market, understand the type of product that the company is coming up with. Either it could be a revolutionary product, evolutionary product, or a me-too product. Once you've understood, now determine your pricing strategy. Either you can go for skimming or else you can go for penetration. Based on that, finally, set your selling price. Now, one by one, let us try to understand. Firstly, understanding the type of market. 4 different types of market. You have perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic, as well as oligopoly. Yes. Now, what is perfect competition and how do we set a pricing? Yes, perfect competition. There are large number of sellers, large number of buyers selling homogeneous goods. Yes, and everyone is having perfect information about price and there is free entry and exit. Simple example, vegetable market. Now, pricing in case of perfect competition, firm is just a price taker. They do not have any discretion in setting the selling price. The only decision we can take is about how much quantity we should be selling. You should continue selling so long as your marginal cost is less than or equal to your selling price. Suppose vegetable market, I cannot set whatever selling price I want. The only decision I can take is, yes, should I sell it or not? Continue selling so long as your marginal cost is lower than your selling price. Next, you are having monopoly market. Yes, here you are having only one seller and large number of buyers. Say for example, railways. Say for example, Google Chrome. Say for example, Windows. Yes, we are selling homogeneous goods for which there is no close substitute and there are barriers to entry. Now, pricing, obviously only one firm is there. He is going to be the price setter. They can fix any selling price they want, but yes, we should set selling price in such a way that our profit is maximum. Set your selling price based on the elasticity of demand. That is in such a way that your overall profit is maximum. Then we are having monopolistic competition. Again, a large number of sellers are there, large number of buyers are there. Then what is the difference between perfect competition and this one? Here we are selling similar but not identical products. Say for example, mobiles, vehicles. Similar but not identical goods or services. We try to differentiate our product using branding, advertising, packaging, etc. Now, how do we set the selling price? We are going to set the selling price keeping in mind the market price into consideration. What my competitor is charging, what is being charged in the market, based on that, I'll be setting my selling price. Again, the excess profit earned by monopolistic firm will attract more competition and in the long term, the excess profit will diminish. Yes or no? MI, initially it was the only company in that, yes, 10,000 to 20,000 segment. So it used to earn good amount of profit. The excess profit attracted more competition and now in the long term, yes, normal profit will be earning. However, the excess profit gets diminished. And finally, I'm having oligopoly as a market. Here, there are few sellers, 2 to 5 sellers who are selling homogeneous product and firms are having mutual interdependence. Say, for example, you are having Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Ola, Uber. Mutual interdependence is there. Now, how do we set a selling price? We are going to follow the pricing policy of our competitor. Whatever my competitor is doing, that only I'll be following. Now, how do I maintain? How do I know what my competitor is doing? Either close analysis of each other's behavior. I'll have a person who will completely keep analyzing what he is doing, or else cooperation and collusion. You both cooperate together you increase the price because only 2 people are there. Now, strategy in case of oligopoly, you can go for either pricing strategy or non-price strategy. Pricing strategy, you can either go for predatory pricing, geo-event initially to drive out existing competitors. Predatory, keep it artificially low. Or you can also go for limit pricing, wherein you are keeping your selling price low so that you want to discourage new people from entering. And finally, yes, once you have done that, you can also go for collude with rivals and increase the price. Finally, you've decided, okay, only Jio and Airtel is there. Now, you both go together, increase the prices together because customers having no other option.
Now, non-price strategy, you can either try to increase the quality, yes, go for advertisement, sponsorship, sales promotion, loyalty schemes, all of these can be done. This was my first concept. We've understood the type of market in which company is operating. Now we should see for that market, which type of product are we coming up with? Product could be revolutionary, evolutionary, or me too. What is a revolutionary product? It is a product which is new to the market. It has the potential to create its own value, and it is replacing your existing method or technology, and it is having a revolutionary impact on the market. Apple, for the very first time it was launched, a revolutionary product. Tesla cars, a revolutionary product. Okay, yes. Now pricing, yes, because we have taken the risk, yes, because we have taken the innovation, we will be charging premium price. Yes, evolutionary product, what is it? It is the upgraded version of a revolutionary product. Based on Apple, Samsung came up with its, yes, smartphones. Yes, Apple only is coming up with its latest version of smartphones. Upgraded version with few additional characteristics as well as features. I am going for a demand-based pricing. I will set my selling price looking at the demand as well as competition. Based on that, I'll be setting my selling price. Finally, I have my Me Too product. These products have emerged because of success of my revolutionary as well as evolutionary product. They are similar in production as well as process, yes, as my revolutionary evolutionary product. Yes, they are done by using reverse engineering. We'll pick a revolutionary evolutionary product, see what all components are used. Based on that, we'll be producing these products. These are price takers. They don't have any right to set the selling price. Yes, selling price is already set by the competitive forces of demand and supply. Is it clear, everyone? Next, we are having concept 3, which is my pricing strategy. How do I set my selling price? Either I can go for skimming pricing or else penetration pricing. What is skimming? Initially charge a high selling price, gradually reduce your selling price. Apple. Penetration. Initially begin with a low selling price, slowly increase your selling price. What Jio is doing. Now, skimming pricing. Yes, it is a method wherein product is introduced to market at a high price. Later, gradually the price is reduced. It is used for innovative product where huge promotional expenditure is incurred. What is penetration? Wherein product is launched to the market at a low price. Once the product is established and accepted, gradually the price is increased. It is used to quickly popularize a new product, Jio, and to penetrate the mass market quickly. It is used for long-term survival as well as profitability. Now, when can we go for skimming pricing? Okay, 4 to 5 reasons are there. First, at time 0, then at time 1. At a time 0, I am telling my demand is inelastic to price at the earlier stage. Whether I increase or reduce the price of Apple iPhones, people who want to buy will definitely buy. Demand is inelastic. So why not charge a high amount? Next, high price will skim the cream of the market who are relatively inelastic to price. Yes, from the premium segment, I am getting more from them who are willing to pay for that. Okay. Initially, demand is not known. When demand is not known, we are telling let's charge high. Yes. And fourthly, huge initial capital and promotional cost is incurred. So to recover that, I'm telling initially I'm going to charge a huge amount. And at T1, slowly after a point of time, if I gradually reduce my price, yes, I'll be in a position to increase my sale. Is it clear? And when do I go for penetration pricing? You have your mnemonic PDLC, product life cycle. P, to popularize a new product. Yes, D, where demand is elastic to price. L, where it is we are having substantial saving in case of large scale production, and C, where you're having competition, threat of competition. Is it clear? Additional point, students. Firstly, pricing during recession. During recession, if needed, you can set your selling price below your total cost, but below your marginal cost. But why? What are the advantages? We can continue to use the services of our skilled employees. Yes, the plant and machinery will be prevented from deterioration, and we can take advantage if my business condition improves. However, point has to be kept in mind. We should not go for a drastic price cutting because in future it becomes difficult to increase. We should not be accepting order for a longer period. Otherwise, if condition improves, we'll still be charging a lower amount. Next, we are having pricing below marginal cost. In few cases, we can be charging even below my marginal cost. Now, what on earth is this happening? Any cash realizable value? Few instances. Say, for example, goods are of perishable nature. Vegetable, by evening, yes, it is of perishable nature. If I sell, I can sell. Otherwise, tomorrow I will not be getting anything. Yes, where stock has accumulated and market price has fallen. Textile, I purchased too much. It has become out of fashion. Now, I'll have to sell right now. Otherwise, I will not be getting anything. In order to popularize a new product, Ola, Jio, etc. Yes, where such a reduction in selling price enables firm to boost the sale of other product which is having a high margin. It's also called as razor blade model. Printer, you're selling at a lower price. Cartridge, you're selling at a higher margin. Okay. Yes. Now, pricing through product life cycle is important. In skimming as well as penetration, what is the impact during my product life cycle? Introduction, growth, maturity, decline on my selling price as well as my cost. Now, look at your selling price, students. Skimming, initially high selling price. Slowly, I will reduce my selling price during growth. Yes. During maturity, I will maintain it constant. Yes. During decline, I will try reducing it further. Okay. High, reduce, reduce, reduce. Yes. Now, during growth, I will try to reduce. Why? Because I want to discourage competitor from entering. I want to gain some extra market share. During maturity, either I can slightly reduce my selling price or else keep my selling price constant but give some add-ons. Now, during decline, again, you can reduce your selling price. Why? Because your product has become obsolete. Yes, if you sell it quickly, you can at least reduce the holding cost. Is it clear? Now, coming to the production cost, my dear students. Yes, during skimming, initially at my introduction phase, production cost is high. Why is it high? Firstly, I'm producing less units. So the fixed cost is distributed over less units. Secondly, I've incurred high research and development and promotion cost. So my per unit cost is high. During growth, what happens? My cost reduces. Why? Because for my raw material, I'm getting bulk discount. My labor, they're enjoying learning curve benefit. Variable overhead, I'm producing in a larger batch size. And fixed overhead, I'm enjoying economies of scale. 4 points, students. Keep it in mind. Very important. Yes, during maturity, cost has already reduced. During maturity, it will remain constant. During decline, it will increase again. Why? Because the bulk discount is lost. Economy of scale, fixed overhead, it is also lost. Is it clear? Now, coming to penetration pricing, yes, selling price. Initially, low selling price. Yes, during growth, I will increase. During maturity, I will increase. During decline, I will maintain it constant. Low, increase, increase, and constant. Now, coming to my production cost. Yes, penetration. I'm penetrating the market. I'm selling more goods. So, obviously, at my introduction phase itself, my cost is going to be less because I'm producing more units. Yes, during growth, it will reduce even more because even more I'm producing. That means bulk discount, more I'll be getting, learning curve benefit I'll be getting, larger batch size for variable overheads, economy of scale still I'll be enjoying. During maturity, it will be constant. During decline, it will increase because my bulk discount and economy of scale will be lost. Is it clear? Very important, students. Finally, yes, I've seen the type of market in which company is operating. I've seen the type of product the company is coming up with. I've seen the strategy that company is planning to put in. Based on this, finally, I'll be determining my selling price. To determine my selling price, different methods are there. Cost-based method, competition-based method, value-based method. Cost-based, in that first one, full cost method. You're telling your selling price is nothing but your total cost plus profit. Or else your variable cost method. It's your variable cost plus desired margin. Or else your return on investment method. I'm telling, yes, in this year, whatever cost I've incurred, that I'll recover. However, I've made some investment. So for that, for a year, I want my desired return on the investment. So what is my total sale? It is my total cost for the year plus my desired ROI. Now, how do I get my desired ROI? It is my capital employed, total how much capital we put into the business, into my ROI percentage. But keep it in mind, students, it is my ROI percentage before tax. So how do I get capital employed? Total asset minus current liabilities. How do I get ROI percentage before tax? If after tax is given, you do ROI after tax divided by minus tax. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Next, we are having competition-based pricing. Firstly, I'm having going rate pricing. It is used for homogeneous goods. I'm telling it is the average selling price charged in the industry. Yes, I do not have any discretion in setting the selling price. The only thing I can do is having a good cost control. And next, I also have sealed bid pricing. Yes, it is used in case of bids or tenders, wherein we are giving our offer in the form of a sealed bid. Now, price is set based on the expectation of how my competitor will be setting the price. If my competitor for a contract is setting my price at, say, for example, 10 crore, if I have to get my contract, yes, my bid should be slightly lower than 10 crore. So, on that expectation, telling what my competitor is charging, I'll be coming up with my price. So, that is my sealed bid price. Is it clear? And finally, I have my value-based pricing. So, in that, I have true economic value as well as perceived value. True economic value is the value that the product is intended to deliver. Supplier is telling, yes, this product is giving you this much value. How do we calculate true economic value? It is the cost of next best alternative plus the value of performance differential. Say, for example, MI came up with a new phone. They're telling, see, Oppo phone is there, whose selling price is 15,000. We came up with a better camera, whose value is 3,000 extra. That means this mobile is giving you benefit of 18,000 rupees. True economic value. Perceived value, it is the value which is actually delivered by the product. Yes, it is what my customer is perceiving. Customer is telling, no, this much only value I've got. Yes, no. Say for example, customer is saying, okay, Vivo phone was for 15,000. Yes, for extra camera, I'm not willing to pay 3,000. Just 1,500 I can do. That means the perceived value is 16,500. Now, how do we set the selling price, students? If my selling price is set at beyond my perceived value, customer will not purchase. Yes or no? Customer is saying 16,000 benefit I'm having. If I'm setting my selling price beyond that, customer will not buy. If my selling price is set below my cost of goods sold, supplier will not sell. He'll tell 12,000 is my cost. Below that, I will not sell. Yes, that means my selling price should be between my cost of goods sold as well as my perceived value. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, this was my concept 4, telling how do I determine my selling price. Is it clear, everyone? Finally, we are having some miscellaneous areas. Firstly, profit maximization model or theory of price. Very important, students. Yes, it is telling, yes, I want to see at what selling price should I sell and how much quantity should I sell so that my profit is maximum. Okay. We know that my profit is maximum at the point wherein my marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. So how will I calculate? Step by step. First step, calculate your quantity based on the equation MR is equal to MC. I know profit is maximum when MR is equal to MC. MC, marginal cost, will be given in the question. MR, I know MR is nothing but A minus 2BQ. MR formula is nothing but A minus 2BQ. Derivation logic, everything is given. Yes, wherein A, it is the selling price at which demand is 0. B is the slope, which is my change in price divided by change in quantity. In simple terms, to sell 1 unit, by how much I should reduce my price. Yes, so based on that, I'll be getting my quantity Q. Once I've got my quantity Q, calculate your selling price, where your selling price is nothing but your A minus BQ. Okay, marginal revenue is A minus 2BQ, selling price is A minus BQ. Step by step, first you calculate the quantity by putting marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. Once you've got the quantity, calculate your selling price. Is it clear, everyone? Next, price customization. How can you do price customization? We've given you simple mnemonic. 10th distinction, if you get, that will give you a PC. Yes or no? T stands for time differential. Yes, D stands for demographics. P stands for product line. C stands for customer's past behavior. Yes. Next, we are having price sensitivity. We are telling whether my price is sensitive to change in some other factors. Different factors are there. We have given you a mnemonic. Yes, if you do studies if you do, yes, that will give you peace. Yes or no, PlayStation. Yes, S, substitute awareness effect. If you are aware of substitute, price sensitivity is more. Yes, total expenditure effect. Yes, if my expenditure is a low percentage of income, very small amount, sensitivity is going to be less. Unique value effect. Yes, more unique the product is, price sensitivity is going to be less. Difficult comparison. If the product is difficult to compare, sensitivity is less. Inventory effect. If the product cannot be stored, sensitivity is less. End benefit. If the expenditure is low with respect to the total cost of finished goods, sensitivity is less. Sunk investment. The asset is already purchased. Along with that, we are using this. Sensitivity is less. Price of quality. If quality is more, sensitivity is less. Shared cost. Cost is shared between multiple people. Again, sensitivity is less. Except my first item, everywhere else, sensitivity is going to be less. Is it clear, everyone? Next, price adjustment policy. Once I've set my selling price, I'm adjusting based on some factors. Yes, I may be giving distributor discount, quantity discount, cash discount, price discrimination, or else I can also go for geographic pricing. With this, we've also finished the chapter, pricing decision, my dear students. Now let's begin with the new chapter, students, which is cost management techniques. Sweet, a simple chapter. So first concept that we are having is cost reduction versus cost control. So what's the difference? In cost reduction, we try achieving a real permanent reduction in cost. Whereas in cost control, we're comparing my actual cost with my standard or else my budgeted cost. And I try to reduce my actual cost on a temporary basis. To give you a very simple example, say for example, electricity bill was more. Yes, option 1, either you can go for, yes, highly efficient 5-star equipments, that is cost reduction, permanent reduction in cost. Or else you can tell, no, daily only this much hours you have to be using electricity. Yes, this much hours you should be using AC, TV, etc. etc. Temporarily you can reduce, but it's not a permanent solution. So in case of cost reduction, quality and utility of the product will be retained. Here it is not a guarantee. It is a fully dynamic approach. It is a less dynamic one. Scope of cost reduction, where all I can use in product design, I can be going for that. Yes, organization structure, if I develop properly, cost will get reduced automatically. Factory layout and equipment, if factory layout is done properly, cost will get reduced. And production plan, if it is done in a more scientific way, my cost gets reduced. Okay. Now target costing. Yes, what is target costing, students? It is the reverse of my cost plus pricing. In cost plus pricing, I will calculate what is the cost. I will add my profit, set my selling price. Here it is the exact reverse. First, I will see what is my market selling price. Then I will determine how much profit margin I want. Now, based on that, calculate my target cost, which is nothing but my market selling price minus my profit minus my royalty. Now, I've got my target cost. Say, for example, my target cost, selling price is 10 rupees, profit is 2 rupees, target cost is 8 rupees. Now, calculate your present cost. Say, for example, your present cost has gone up to 10 rupees. Now, you've got the cost reduction opportunity, cost reduction, cost gap. Yes, my target cost is 8, however, my existing cost is 10. That means I should reduce my cost by 2 rupees. Yes, now use your cost reduction technique to eliminate your cost gap. Is it clear? Yes, now we are having different components of target costing. Now we are having two different components. One is value analysis, value engineering. Yes, in both this, what we are doing a complete audit of the product, step by step, how the product is produced. Yes, every product is broken into components. Each component is studied so that opportunities for cost reduction can be identified. Is it clear? Now, what is the difference between value analysis as well as value engineering? Value analysis is used for my existing product. What am I trying to do? Yes, I want to eliminate any unnecessary cost. Some unnecessary cost is there. I want to eliminate that for my existing product. Value engineering is used for new product at the design phase stage. I have not even produced the product. At the design phase itself, I am trying to incur this value engineering. Unnecessary cost I am trying to eliminate. Yes, the objective is to prevent unnecessary cost. Here, cost is being incurred. I want to eliminate. Here, I want to prevent that cost from being incurred in the first place. Is it clear? So, what all issues are dealt with in value analysis or value engineering? Some questions to be asked. Yes, can we try to minimize the design? Can we substitute parts? Can we combine the steps? Yes, can we take supplier's assistance? Is there a better way? Can we eliminate functions? Yes or no? And when you a song, yes or no? And we twist. Can we minimize the designing? Can we substitute parts? Can we combine the steps? Can we take supplier's assistance? Is there a better way? Can we eliminate functions? Yes or no? Yes, so this one you can remember. And now some miscellaneous areas, Kaizen, we are telling initially target costing have implemented at the start. It need not be necessary that all benefits have got. So continuously, yes, Kaizen costing has to be implemented for periodic benefits. Next, most useful situation for implementing Kaizen target costing, where substantial cost is locked during design phase, so that if I try to reduce the cost throughout my life cycle, I will be getting my benefit. It is used for manufacturing sectors, assembly oriented industries, less beneficial for service sectors because service sectors are customized. Is it clear? The next concept that we are having is life cycle costing. Yes, every product passes through its life cycle. Life cycle is in 4 stages: introduction, growth, maturity, as well as decline. Introduction, a new product is launched into the market. Sale is very minimal. Growth stage, yes, sales increases rapidly and at the same time competitors also start entering the market. Maturity, sales is increasing but at a decreased rate. Yes, again profit is also slightly reducing. Decline stage, sales start reducing and the need for the product disappears because more advanced products will be entering the market. Now, for every stage, we want to know what characteristics are there, what strategy is there. Characteristic is generic for that complete phase. Strategy is something which the company does by itself. Now, introduction phase, few characteristics. Profit will generally be very low or else it could be negative. Again, high promotion expenditure will have to be incurring because it's a new product. It has to become popular in the market. Yes, product refinement changes is not possible because just now we've introduced a product to the market. Strategy, what all we can try to do? Yes, we can try to attract the customers. How? Through promotional activities, or we can induce them to try and buy. Again, we try to expand my supply chain relationships. During growth phase, what will happen? Sales will be increasing at an increased rate. Again, competitors will start entering the market. Yes, what we can try to do? We can add new features or strategically we can slowly lower the price. Now, what all we have to do as a strategy? Yes, establish a clear brand identity. Make yourself distinctively visible amongst your other competitors. Yes, try to establish long-term relationship with your customers because it is needed for your maturity phase. Yes, value-based pricing you can go for. Maturity phase, few characteristics. Firstly, there is overcapacity in the industry. More than what my customers want, already the production capacity is there. Now, profit starts to reduce. Again, high research and development budget is being incurred because we are looking for something dramatic, a new change. Okay, otherwise our product will enter into decline stage. Again, some laggard buyers will still be entering the market. Again, competition is going to be very intense, cutthroat. What all strategies we can be doing? Strong marketing efforts we'll be doing. Again, we'll try to give more incentive to the distributor so that he tries to sell our products more and more. During decline stage, my sales will start reducing, profit will also start reducing, sometimes even it becomes negative. What all strategy we can do? We can try to offer the products to our loyal customers at a reduced price, or else we can discontinue the product, or else we can use it as a replacement to launch a new product in the market. Is it clear? Now, miscellaneous areas. What all are the uses of life cycle costing? Yes, you have the mnemonic forecast PLC, forecast product life cycle PLC. F, forecast, can be used as forecasting tool. P, it can be used as planning tool. L, it leads to appropriate strategy at each stage. And C, it can be used as your control tool. Benefits, earlier action you'll be taking. Long-term rewarding you're thinking of. Yes, realistically you can assess what is going to be the revenue cost throughout the life cycle. Research and development cost that you've incurred will be distributed throughout the life cycle. Again, it helps to control the manufacturing cost. How do we try to maximize the return over the life cycle of the product? Few things. Yes, value engineering can be done at design phase so that your total cost gets reduced. You can try to speed up the product launch so that you'll be having that initial phase wherein there is no competition. Try to maximize the life cycle of the product. Is it clear? Yes. Next, we are having concept 4, which is a Pareto analysis. It was popularized by Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto. He is telling that management should focus on the most important part of decision making so that the complete process of decision making becomes very simple. It is based on the 80-20 rule, which tells that 80% results I'll be getting from 20% efforts, whereas the balance 20% results I'll be getting from 80% efforts. So what we should do? Yes, we are telling, yes, top management should be giving its maximum attention to the vital few, to the 20% efforts, which gives us 80% results. And balance should be delegated to the lower level management. Now, areas of application. Yes, 5 applications are there, students. Yes or no? I've given you a mnemonic Q&A session with Priyanka Chopra. Q&A session with Priyanka Chopra. So, no, Q stands for quality control. I'm telling 20% quality issues are leading to 80% quality related problems. Yes, A stands for your activity based costing. 20% of your cost drivers are contributing to 80% of your overhead cost. Yes, S stands for stock control. 20% quantity of stock contributing to 80% value of your stock. So focus on them first. Yes, product pricing. 20% of your products are giving you 80% of revenue. Focus on them first. Customer profitability analysis. 20% customers are giving you 80% profits. So all these vital few, 20% customers, 20% products, 20% quantity of stock, 20% cost drivers, 20% quality issues. On them, top management should divert, yes, more attention, should give more attention. Is it clear? Yes. Now, solving a question, how do we solve a practical question? First, whatever data is given, write it down in descending order. First, calculate individual percentage, cumulative percentage. For top 80%, tell it is falling in my top management purview. Balance, you're going to delegate it. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, this was my Pareto analysis. We have one final concept, which is EMA, Environmental Management Accounting. 2 terms. Yes, it is your environmental accounting as well as environmental management. So, environment related data, yes, cost data. First, you account. Once you've accounted, try to manage, try to reduce that cost. Okay. So, basics, you're collecting and analyzing information about environmental cost. Why? For internal decision making. Ultimately, you're collecting cost, accounting the cost. Why? So that you can try to reduce the cost. Now, where all you can apply EMA? For product pricing and costing, you can use. Yes, while you're preparing your budgeting, you can use. Investment appraisal also, you can be using EMA. Why EMA is gaining importance amongst organizations? Few reasons. Firstly, regulatory requirements are increasing worldwide. Secondly, yes, environmental costs have formed a part of significant part of operating cost for few companies. Again, if I focus on environmental cost, being environment friendly, it helps me to build my brand image. Is it clear? Now, classification of cost. Few different people have given different classification. Firstly, yes, general classification. Either you can classify your cost as internal environmental cost or external environmental cost. Internal environmental cost. Yes, it is caused due to organization. It is borne also by the organization. Yes, I have generated waste, I am disposing it off. It is caused because of organization, borne also by the organization. What is external environment cost? It is caused because of organization, but it is borne on society at large. I have generated the waste, but I have thrown on a nearby river. Government is doing the overall cleanup. It's caused due to organization, but borne by society at large. Yes, I am emitting harmful gases. Yes, overall for everyone, it is creating pollution. Yes, borne by society at large. Next, Hansen and Mendoza, very important students. It is similar to your cost of quality. We are telling environmental prevention cost, environmental appraisal cost, environmental internal failure cost, environmental external failure cost. Prevention cost. Yes, it is a cost incurred to prevent adverse impact on the environment. Appraisal cost. It is used to check if any adverse impact on the environment is done or not. Environmental internal failure cost. Yes, activities are done, harm is created, but it is not yet discharged to the environment. Yes, once it is done in the factory, but before we are discharging, we are treating that. It is my internal failure cost. Activities produced, but which are not discharged to environment. External failure means activity is done, harm is done, and again it is discharged to environment also. Later on, government asks you to do some activities. Say, for example, site cleanup, site restoration, etc. Activities performed after discharging the waste to your environment. Is it clear, everyone? Next, we are having two more classification. One is as per US Environmental Protection Agency, US EPA. They are telling yes, cost could be either conventional cost, hidden cost, contingent cost, or else your relationship cost. Again, as per United Nations Division for Sustainable Development, they are telling either you will be incurring cost to protect the environment, or because you could not protect the environment, you will be incurring cost of wasted resources. Is it clear? These are the classification. Then three things are there. Yes, firstly, I have to identify environmental cost. Okay, once I've identified, I should be allocating environmental cost. Once I've allocated, I should try and control my environmental cost. Firstly, to identify my environmental cost, two techniques are there: input-output analysis, flow cost accounting. To allocate your environmental cost, yes, life cycle costing as well as activity-based cost. In ICAI module, yes, all of them are there together, identification, allocation. Firstly, input-output analysis. I'll be seeing what is my material input. I will tally it with my material output. Balance will be my waste of scrap. 100 kg input, only 80 kg output. That means 20 kg is going to be your waste of scrap. This way I'll get to know how much material is wasted, how much resources is thrown into the environment. Is it clear? Next, flow cost accounting. It is an extension of your input-output analysis. It is telling, okay, 20 kg material is wasted, 100 kg input, 80 kg output. It's not just that 20 kg material is wasted. Along with that, 20% of material is wasted. 20% of system cost, that is your labor, overhead, all that cost is also getting wasted. Along with that, 20% extra delivery disposal cost also I'll have to incur. This telling material flow is divided into three parts: material, system, delivery, disposal. If your material loss gets reduced, automatically your system cost gets reduced, your delivery as well as disposal cost also gets reduced. Is it clear? Life cycle costing is telling your environmental cost distribute throughout the life cycle of the product, so that if you're coming up with any changes, any improvements, that is going to benefit the overall life cycle. Activity based costing is telling distribute the cost properly using appropriate cost rates. Is it clear?
So this was part 1 of our SCMP Superfast revision. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it has added value to you. I hope you guys are now confident to go ace your examination. So if you have loved the video, do like it, share it, and pin down your comments. And keep studying, keep smiling, keep working hard, keep making your parents proud. And see you on the other side as chartered accountants. All the best, students.